I want to talk about something. For one, like the U.S. aid and what they're doing in the United States is really the satanic anti-Christian church and all the satanic anti-Christians who are behind that U.S. aid, and they receive the money from it, and it's a whole lot of nonsense that we see, and it's not a little bit. If you think about like housing and urban development, they spent $52 trillion, and it's to promote the most heinous criminals and the destruction of all decency. That's what housing and urban development is. And the people who are prospering from that, it's all these known characters who are really just bad people, bad families, and they're openly doing very evil things. And they're getting more and more powerful. And that's what housing and urban development, it's not a good group of people. And all the charities that you see, they're not charities. They're very evil. So I want to put an understanding as to like what this actually looks like, because people don't know. So the charities that you think are charities, if you listen to people who don't have a clue of what's going on in these places, they're actually cultivating grounds for evil. That's what they are. They're not charities. They're cultivating grounds for evil. So any kind of outreach you see, whether it's in the U.S. government, like what are they doing? The worst of the worst stories is what's going on. You listen to Nancy Schaefer. That's what's going on with these agencies. What happened to Nancy Schaefer and what she's talking about? That's the level of criminality, and it's so beyond evil. It's so beyond evil. But then you think about the charities too. The Catholic charities, they're doing the very same thing. So you look at like on the ground what it looks like. The drug dealers, the murderers and rapists, they're being supported by these charities and government agencies. Absolutely. They're absolutely being protected, fed, fostered, and supported by these charities and government agencies. And meanwhile, there's only intention to do absolute heinous evil. That's what they're doing. And then you think like, oh, there's plenty of aid for human civility. No, there isn't. There isn't. They're locking the innocent up in jail and having them be attacked by government workers. That's what's going on to the people. January 6th, what happened to them? They were thrown in prison. There's still no reporting on what happened to these people. Nobody's telling you their story, and you go, see, there's crickets. What's going on? These people, are they out of jail, or there's thousands of these people? What's their story? Nobody's reporting on what they went through, and they don't want these people to talk, because I guarantee you're going to find, first of all, it's just odd that there isn't any of these accountings. But what goes on is bad stuff, and there was like small whisperings of what was going on immediately when it first happened. When the stories were, oh, these are really egregious things. People are getting killed in the first couple of weeks of January 6th. But since then, there hasn't been any actual reporting about it. It's just like crickets.